Hey Guru Nation, quick video I wanted to do just short the difference between monitoring an academic medical center versus a private site. And yes, the fundamentals are the same, the fundamentals don't change, but the practical aspects vary. And if you are a new CRA, you could and you never monitored an AMC, you could be missing some things. So I just wanted to go through a few things with you, and they're mainly focused around the site's SOPs. Another big, usually big difference between AMCs, which are academic medical centers, and private sites are just the sheer number of staff that are at the AMCs, and also, unfortunately, the turnover that occurs. So just wanted to get that out of the way first because that's a pretty big difference from my experiences. Another big difference is the local IRB. If you've never monitored a site with a local IRB, you you can definitely miss things. Luckily, most academic medical centers, they well, I shouldn't say most. You would hope that they have their SOPs, their processes in place to deal with local IRB. Luckily for me, I should say, the AMCs that I've monitored, they usually don't make mistakes when it comes to IRB approval that lapses or informed consent approval. But it's not like having the central IRB. As the local IRB and the central IRB, they don't operate on the same timelines. They don't even have the same processes. Sometimes they don't even approve the same things. The central IRB may maybe approve an ICF. The local IRB may need revisions to that ICF. So as a CRA, you really need to pay attention to this kind of stuff, especially when it comes to IRB approval and especially when it comes to informed consent approval. Another thing you got to pay attention to is the templates for the site. So, source templates, regulatory templates, informed consent templates. These typically need to be approved by the local IRB, whereas with central IRB sites, that stuff's pretty much taken care of for you. Now, source documents are usually not approved by IRBs for either central or local, but you got to read, if you're monitoring an academic medical center, you really got to read the site's SOPs to make sure that they are following their own SOPs. And yes, you got to do that as a at at a private site as well. You got to read the site SOPs to make sure the site's following their SOPs. But at an academic medical center, the IRB gets involved many times. Another thing is the pharmacy and the numerous locations and the local labs that always that's another major difference between a private site and an academic medical center is the use of a local lab and multiple facilities. So they have different lab reference ranges than the central lab. Sometimes they're able to use the central lab. Most of the time they want to use their local lab. Sometimes they could use both. These are usually problems that you don't face with private sites. So those are the main things. Uh, the size of the staff, delegation duties logs is always being updated. Because of that, you have a lot of people on the 1572. You get a lot of turnover. You're always just about every IMV at an academic medical center. So an IMV is an interim monitoring visit. You will need somebody's license, somebody's GCP, you're going to need something, training log. Make sure the stuff is getting done. Make sure you watch out for the local IRB. Make sure you watch out for the local lab. Look at the pharmacy. Understand the site's SOPs. Generally, much more difficult to monitor an academic medical center. And while the fundamentals may be the same, the practical aspects are a little bit different. So those are some key pointers for you guys. I wanted to do a short video. Good luck. Let me know what I missed. Take care.